Now, during the early hours of this day, 25 years ago, the Indian city of Bhopal experienced the world's worst industrial catastrophe. Poisonous gas leaked from a chemical plant in the area, killing up to 10,000 people within 72 hours. But more than 2 decades on, the tons of abandoned toxic chemicals continue to kill the residents and pollute the groundwater in the area.
In the bustling city of Bhopal, this may look like another factory gate, but lurking behind it is a former pesticide factory that has been closed for 25 years. Here at Union Carbide, a tragedy unfolded in the early hours of the 3rd of December, 1984. This is ground zero of what was the world's biggest industrial disaster. Toxic chemicals from this Union Carbide factory in the center of Bhopal spewed out at night and spread across the city, killing tens of thousands of people. Those who survived still suffer from after effects a quarter of a century later.
When we inhaled the toxic gas, we started vomiting immediately. Those who threw it up survived. Those who didn't died. People began running everywhere. Didn't know what was killing them. Some people survived by covering their face with a wet cloth.
No survivor is able to work properly. If we try working, we lose our breath and we're forced to stop working after 2 days. Whatever we do earn is spent on medical treatment, so we cannot feed our families. Our children should be offered jobs and compensation.
In 1989, Union Carbide agreed to pay $470 million compensation. But with each survivor receiving a mere $1,000, this is considered inadequate. Activist Satinath Sarangi wants Dow Chemical, the US company that bought Union Carbide, to pay more compensation and to clean up the toxic waste from the plant site.
In the US, Dow Chemical has paid compensation to victims of Union Carbide in cases of asbestos. And there they have accepted that they inherited Union Carbide's liabilities. And yet they refuse to do it in Bhopal.
Getting justice for the survivors of the disaster is a cause that has strong support internationally. These artists from America have raised funds to express their solidarity with the people of Bhopal.
Clearly, these are American multinational corporations. And not just these two, but lots of them go around the world arrogantly, thinking that they have no responsibility to the communities in which they set up shop. And if an accident happens, well, isn't that too bad?
Toxic waste left behind at the factory is continuing to poison. The Delhi-based Center for Science and Environment says groundwater in the area has up to 40 times the levels considered safe of pesticides and heavy metals.
What we find is that among the people, which number about 30,000 people who have been drinking this contaminated water for the last 14 to 18 years, they have suffered from a range of physical and mental problems. They suffer from a range of skin disorders, damages to the kidney, liver, lungs, brain. We find that there are too many people with cancers in these areas.
Contamination of groundwater poses an even bigger health risk than the initial gas leak. While the Indian government claims the factory site is safe, people here live in fear that the factory continues to kill even after 25 years. Karan Singh, RT,